Well, very warm welcome to the course on international human rights presented on the edX platform. My name is Olivier De Schutter. I teach international law at the University of Louvain, and I am very pleased to introduce this course to you. The course is divided in 8 sections, 8 chapters that each shall require between 8 to 10 hours of work. And so hopefully if you work diligently, the course can be completed in perhaps 2 to 3 months. We are here at the Palais des Nations, which is where the Human Rights Council of the UN meets on a regular basis, holding sessions in which human rights issues are debated. And it is also here that very often the human rights treaty bodies of the UN meet in session to examine the reports that states submit or the communications that they receive from individuals alleging violations of their human rights. I am a member of one of these committees, which is the Committee on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, which monitors compliance with the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights, one of the important human rights treaties of the United Nations system. And between 2008 and 2014, I was the UN Special Rapporteur on the right to food, monitoring compliance of states with their duties towards the right to food, which is recognized in the major instruments that was the beginning of the adventure of the UN in the area of human rights, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and that is now listed in the International Covenant on Economic, Social and Cultural Rights. And it shall be my great pleasure to walk you through the system, not only at the UN level, but also we will examine how human rights are protected in regional systems. We will, of course, examine the substance of human rights and introduce the basic grammar, the basic concepts that shall allow you to understand this area. The course is meant, of course, for students and researchers, but is also meant for activists, for diplomats, for all those who enter into the system of human rights and would like to understand better the system in which they operate. You may, of course, follow the course as a free auditor and go through the different exercises and multiple choice questionnaires that close each of the chapters. However, if you want to have your participation validated by a verified certificate that proves that you've successfully passed the various questionnaires at the end of each chapter, you shall have to pay a small fee in order to have the certificate validated. edX, however, has tried to keep the fees as low as possible. And indeed, if you are in need of financial assistance, edX can provide this financial assistance. The links that you will find shall guide you as to how you can request to be supported in being able to obtain this verified certificate without paying the fee that is normally required. And of course, you always remain free to pass the course and go through the different chapters without requesting a verified certificate. I should perhaps close by saying that the course can also be supported by a casebook, which is International Human Rights Law, published at Cambridge University Press. The second edition of this textbook was published in 2014. And it is a textbook that very closely tails the structure of the course that is presented on this platform. The same division is retained between the different chapters. To a certain extent, the same documents are used and the same conceptual framework is relied upon in order to describe the subject matter of international human rights. So, of course, buying the textbook is by no means compulsory. You are, of course, free to use that as background or not, but it may facilitate your learning of international human rights to follow the casebook in addition to following the course online. Well, with this, I would like to greet you again. A very warm welcome to this course on international human rights. I look forward to working with you, and I wish you all the best in your endeavor in this very important topic. Thank you.